Hey everybody, Catherine Hood here. I'm going to go ahead and share this video. It'll let me into the Facebook world, into my Facebook group, Power Up Basic. If you're not a part of Power Up Basic, the Facebook group, you definitely want to check it out. Request to join. There's daily tips in there, lots of information. Don't want to miss out. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, either one, and you have a Facebook account, look it up. So Power Up Basic on live. All right, so I thought I would jump on really quick. I don't have a lot to talk about today, but I did post an article this morning on my blog and also shared it in Power Up Basic that seems to be getting a lot of traction. So I thought I would kind of read through the slides, but also kind of give a little bit of dialogue as I go along. So the topic was oxidative stress. So what is oxidative stress or oxidative damage? It's a rather large factor in the development of chronic diseases. So similar to how an apple will turn brown when exposed to air, our own cells inside of our body can turn brown or permanently age as we breathe polluted air due to oxidative stress, a process caused by free radicals. So oxidative stress can occur when there's an imbalance of free radicals and antioxidants in the body. So the body's cells produce more free radicals during a normal metabolic process. However, cells also produce antioxidants and neutralize these free radicals. In general, the body is able to maintain a balance between antioxidants and free radicals normally, right? Normally the body can handle that. However, when there are more free radicals than antioxidants, the free radicals can start to cause damage in the fatty tissue, your DNA, and the proteins inside of your body. The results, not good, guys. The good results are diabetes, osteoporosis, or other hardening of the blood vessels. Inflammation is a big problem. Insulin resistance is really huge. Rheumatoid arthritis is also a result. High blood pressure, heart disease, pulmonary disease, cancer, glaucoma, chronic fatigue syndrome, and also it contributes to aging, just like kind of like the apple turning brown, same thing. So several factors contribute to oxidative stress and excessive free radical production. What causes the oxidative damage? Well, the number one reason is vegetable oil. So vegetable oil, gosh, you might even have some in your cabinet right now. And I challenge you to go into your pantry and throw it all away. You don't need those vegetable oils. They're so bad for us. There's still a lot of restaurants out there that use it as well. So I'm going to read kind of what I typed out. The primary source of harmful fats in the standard American diets are vegetable oils. So vegetable oils would include the canola, which is probably in your cabinet, soybean, peanut, and safflower oils are all high in omega-6 polysaturated fatty acids. So vegetable oils can become further oxidized when you heat them up, which is pretty much what everybody does, right? You use it to fry things or, use it to grease a pan or whatever. So what is the solution? Go throw all of it away. Avoid processed foods. A lot of processed foods use the vegetable oils because they're the cheapest oils on the market. So go toss out that sunflower, that canola oil, the corn oils, the sunflower oils, go throw them away. Instead of frying things, opt to grill them, to steam them, to bake them, to crock pot them, to Instapot them. There's so many other options out there that you just don't really need, to fry them in oil. Same with like the George Foreman's. I don't know what they call them anymore, but that's what I call them. The George Foreman's are a great option that, you don't need oil for. So So the number 2 reason is insufficient antioxidants. Okay, where do we find antioxidants? Antioxidants they actually protect our cell membranes, circulating lipid cells and the tissues from oxidative damage. So antioxidants prevent it. So the solution would be to increase your antioxidants levels. And how to do that is eating plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables. Like my clients, I'm always telling them to eat berries every day. So I eat berries a minimum of 1 time a day, typically up to 3 times a day. They're just so good for you. Plus I take Microfactor and OptiGreen 50. These are chock full of all the antioxidants you need. And those 2 I'd like to take because I know that I can't have 6 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. It's just not possible. I do eat 6 to 7 times a day, but not every single meal has fruits and vegetables in it. So I like to supplement with these 2 supplements that make a huge difference. So number 3, cigarette smoking is really, really harmful when it comes to oxidative stress. So tobacco smoke contains more than 4,000 toxic chemicals. I think we all know that, and leads to oxidative stress. A recent data indicated that 38 million adult Americans still smoke. Where I got the information, I didn't talk about vaping, but I'm sure that applies. So despite the evidence of the harmful effects of smoking, cigarette smoking causes oxidative stress by generating large amount of free radicals and by reducing the circulation of the antioxidant levels in the body. So kick the habit, stop smoking. All right, so number 4, chronic psychological stress. Okay, I think we all have it. Maybe not chronic, but we all have stress. But stress and the stress hormone cortisol increases inflammation. The more inflammation you have, the more omega-3s you need, and it just causes just this huge snowball effect. So, but all the psychological stress will further increase your free radical production as well. So Americans are more anxious than ever about finances, politics, health, safety, and relationships. The chronic psychological stress doesn't reduce your quality. It doesn't reduce your quality of life. It promotes oxidative damage throughout the body. So not good, guys. So your solution would be meditation, yoga, spending time with nature, petting a puppy, getting rid of your stress, cleansing yourself of the people in your life that are toxic. Something else too is making sure that everything you do on a daily basis is of service of what you are wanting to do, what you're trying to achieve, that positive environment, being around positive people. So you want to make sure that whatever it is you're doing, whether you're watching, a show on TV, if it's the news and it's not of benefit to you, you're not learning something, it's not of value, and it's just a downer and it makes you feel sad and lonely or scared or anxious, turn it off, watch something else. Environmental toxins are number 5. So exposure to the particulate air pollution in urban areas and mold and biotoxins and the water damage of buildings promotes oxidative stress by depleting antioxidant reserves. So the solution is stop using pesticides on lawns and gardens, recommended buying organic foods as often as possible. Avoid storing foods in plastic containers and handling receipts. Receipts actually are very toxic. And you notice actually a lot of stores now are asking you, do you want a receipt? There's a reason behind it because of all that ink, right? And what those receipts are made from. So safely eliminate sources of heavy metal exposure such as dental dams and filtering your water, possibly boiling it, but making sure you're filtering your water. What really worries me is, and it's on this, on another slide, is, like right now we're living in a temporary rental. This house is very old. I don't even know how old it is, but it's extremely old. And so you don't know about the pipes that the water's running through, right? So you don't know there's that exposure. Though we're only gonna live here temporary, but still it makes you worry. All right, plastics is number 6. So plastics are well known for their disturbing effects on the planet. But did you know that plastics and styrofoam cause oxidative stress to humans? Things like straws, plastic Tupperware, plastic silverware, styrofoam, but microwaving in plastic is also very, very harmful. So the solution, use cardboard, glass, Tupperware containers and dishes instead of plastic. Pesticides are number 7. So pesticides provoke oxidative stress. Exposure to residues on conventional grown fruits and vegetables does cause oxidative stress. So what's the solution? Buy organic. That doesn't totally eliminate the problem because there can be cross-contamination, but and also sometimes there's things that get, who knows, it gets exposed to in the containers or transportation or who knows. But anyways, make sure you're washing your produce really, really well. I like extra wash mine. Heavy metals, kind of talked about this earlier. Number 8, found in also air and soil and our water supply. So living in a home, if you don't have the new plumbing, you might want to get your water tested. It's a really good rule of thumb. Circadian rhythm is number 9. So lack of sleep induces circadian rhythm disruption and increases the oxidative stress markers. So blue light exposure from LED lights, technological devices like computers, your phones, confuses the brain and the hormones, and it increases your oxidative stress. So the solution, I always tell my clients, get 8 hours of sleep every single night, okay? But no matter what, avoid blue light at night, a minimum of 1 hour before bedtime, and get plenty of sunlight during the day to keep your circadian rhythm in sync. And make sure to wake up and go to bed at the same time every single night. Now, I get it if you have like an event or something fun going on, that's an exception, but still make sure to get your 8 hours of sleep. Infection. So oral infections is probably a really common one. A lot of people don't like going to the dentist. I get it. I don't either. But if something pops up and it's not healing on its own, definitely go to the doctor. Don't let an infection just fester or get really bad. It's really hard on your body. Number 11 is physical inactivity. So sedentary lifestyle increases oxidative stress. The solution? Aim for 30 or more minutes of exercise 4 to 5 times a week. So engage in light, intermittent physical activity throughout the workday by alternatively sitting or working or standing at a standing desk. But definitely, it goes to our youth, don't sit there and play video games all day. I know it's Saturday, it's fun, let's do it. But you know what? Have them get up for 30 minutes or take a break or something. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. Iron overload, number 12. This is something that I have dealt with in my life. I've had coaches throughout my fitness journey, and I was told, oh, you need to take all these vitamins. They gave me this huge list of vitamins to take, and I didn't have my blood work done, and I just assumed that that's what you do. So I took all these iron and all these pills and everything. Well, anyways, I started feeling really tired and run down. Did you know that too much iron or too little iron, you're going to feel about the same? You feel really sluggish and tired and just really gross. Anyways, an overload of iron in the body, a condition referred to as iron overload, is associated with the development of severe chronic diseases, including diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. The solution? Watch your red meat intake, but also get your blood tested. When you get your blood tested, ask them to check your iron levels. And actually, in order to get mine down, I had to actually donate blood several times and got it down to a normal level, but mine was skyrocket high. All right. Eating too many calories through sugar and refined carbs is number 13. So when the body has to process sugar, it also creates oxidation, and the more sugar we eat, the more oxidation happens. So processed foods often contain sugar and or other chemicals that result in oxidation. So eating large and infrequent meals also causes oxidative stress. So if you're only eating 1 or 2 or 3 times a day and you're eating these meals really big, it's really hard on the body to break it all down. Will skyrocket your blood sugar level. It's just not good, right? So limit your processed food, especially sugar and refined carbs. Eat your whole foods. Actually, so we just talked about sedentary lifestyle. Exercising too much also causes oxidative stress. So exercising is an important part of being healthy, but too much can cause oxidative stress on your body. So working out 5 times a week maximum, and making sure you take 2 full rest days a week for repair and recovery. Absolutely, I agree. All right, so alcohol consumption was number 15. So drinking alcohol increases your levels of inflammatory molecules that are linked to oxidative stress. So limit your alcohol consumption to just occasional. And also a side tip on that, alcohol does slow down or actually stop muscle synthesis for about 48 hours. So that's one of the reasons why I don't drink a lot of alcohol, not to mention all the empty calories. But number 16, radiation, exposure to the sun, X-rays, CT scans, radon, hair dryers, cell phones, airport body scanners, airplanes, electric blankets. That one kind of caught me off guard. Waterbed heaters. Who had a waterbed growing up? I did. Can contribute to oxidative stress. So limit your radiation exposure. Ask for a physical pat down at the airport. And then, X-ray wise, don't get X-rays unless you absolutely need it. This one kind of surprised me, and this is something that would challenge me probably the most out of all of this, other than exercising too much, but eating charbroiled foods. So these contain definitely can contribute to oxidative stress because of all the charcoal in the grilling, and using, a lot of times we're using all these chemicals or propane or briquettes with all this fuel poured all over on it. But anyways, it does cause oxidative stress to our body. So eat less charbroiled foods. Opt for baked or steamed or crock pot. Yeah, so we go through a grill every 2 years, so we grill a lot. So that one I'm definitely gonna have to work on, but I've actually done pretty good lately. I haven't done a lot of grilling lately. I think, yeah, I say probably twice this week we've grilled, so I'm doing pretty good, I think. So just, I guess these are all kind of a rule of thumb, and maybe, something to think about. So number 18 is fungus toxins. Environmental molds like those in your bathroom or your basement are molds and fungi that can also produce toxins and increase your oxidative stress. So again, living in an old house, it kind of freaks me out a little bit because you don't know the history. You don't know if there's mold inside of the siding or around the windows. I don't see any, there's none visible, but it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. If you have mold in your house, around your window sills, around your windows, definitely seek treatment. Get that taken care of. Get a professional in there and get it cleaned up. A lot of times it's deep into your home, and it's very costly. If you're renting, find another place. All right, so solution: keep your home and environment free from mold, standing water, and prevent mold or fungi. But yeah, definitely if you're moving, get that checked, or buying a new house, make sure it doesn't have mold or fungus on the windows or around the doors or around the bathroom. Bubbled up floor would be also another indicator, but crawl around, go in your attic, go underneath the house if that's the type of house you have. Look for mold. You don't want to breathe that in. All right, so poor liver and gut detoxification is number 19. When the liver becomes overwhelmed with toxins from food, like when you eat too much sugar, or the environment, like exposure to pesticides or mercury, it becomes inflamed and produces more free radicals. So the solution: incorporate a healthy diet and sign up for Power Up Premium. Power Up Premium is actually not open right now. It's open the 1st through the 7th of every month. All right, and that is, you can find out more information on that on Power Up Basic. But moving on to number 20, wear sunscreen. Sunscreen prevents ultraviolet light damage to your skin. So earlier we did say good exposure to sun is good to have every day, but I would say maximum of 15-20 minutes. But sunscreen is also a cautionary. So sunscreen, or wear hats, and definitely stay out of the tanning beds. I'm guilty of that. I haven't been in a tanning bed in years, but I used to own one. I used to have one in my house. I know, terrible. All right, so limit chemical usage. This includes cleaning chemicals, avoid unnecessary radiation exposure, and being aware of other sources of chemical exposure, such as pesticides used in our food or gardens. But I guess mainly what this slide is about is, change up your cleaning supplies to all natural stuff. There's a lot of cleaning supplies out there that are so natural that your pet can drink them or your pet could eat it and your pet would be perfectly fine. I think that's a good indication if it's good or bad for you. All right, it's impossible to completely avoid free radical exposure and oxidative stress. So just like I mentioned, several of these kind of apply to me. And I'm certain that all of you watching this probably can relate to at least one or two of these slides. But the main thing you can do is increase your levels of antioxidants and decrease the form of free radicals. So being aware, so like grilling, for me would be probably the number one. So I just need to be more cognitive and make other choices and use the oven more. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a turkey. I just set out a turkey. We eat turkey all year round. It's not just Thanksgiving or Christmas or holidays. So we got a whole turkey and I just set it out this morning. So it'll probably be ready to go in 2 days, but I'm going to use the oven and that turkey will last maybe 48 hours in my household. Everybody eats a lot of protein here. So, but I would say also, if you're not eating berries, definitely add berries to your diet every day. It's my little tidbit. One method of preventing oxidative stress is to ensure that you're obtaining enough antioxidants in your diet, eating 5 or more servings per day of a variety of fruits and vegetables. And as I mentioned before, we've got OptiGreens 50, which is incredible. I have several clients taking it and they always report to me after about day 4, their energy is through the moon. So definitely ask me more about that. But examples of fruits and vegetables that are high in antioxidants: berries, of course, cherries, citrus fruit, prunes, dark leafy greens, broccoli, pretty much anything dark green, probably asparagus, spinach, romaine, kale, all those. Carrots, tomatoes, and olives are also on the list. Other examples of dietary antioxidant sources would include fish, vitamin E, vitamin C, turmeric, green tea, melatonin, onion, garlic, and cinnamon. But make sure it's a good cinnamon. Ceylon is the good cinnamon. The bad cinnamon is not good for you. And it's also really good if you're having any kind of carbohydrates to have the really good cinnamon, the Ceylon, and that's spelled Ceylon. With any time that you're eating carbs, it helps with digestion and prevents the absorption of it. So supplements I use to keep my antioxidant levels up, I've mentioned a couple of them, would be the Microfactor, Full Mega, and OptiGreens 50. But that's all I actually have. So these slides were incredibly popular, so I wanted to share them with you. Oh, hi, Shauna. Hi, Jody. Hi, David, if you guys are still on. Jessica, Joseph. Hi, Tina. Thank you guys for joining. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. It was super popular, and I thought, I have to share this content live on the Facebook page. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Feel free to share this information with anybody that might be interested in it. And as always, have a great night. Thanks. Bye.